The man who plants a lasting glory.
Welcome back to Digiware Reviews. After a long hiatus and a trivial few weeks of schooling, we are back in full swing to review some priceless gems of the classic gaming era. And how ironic to bring back the NES reviews with the worst game ever made. Ever. We here at the secret underwater base know our fair share of shitty video games, but this game has topped the list at number 1 for many years. Although the angry video game nerd proclaims this as his least favorite and worst game ever produced, we decided to reluctantly give it another chance and see if we could play through on our NES top loader. I believe our top loader now has some sort of disease. This is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for the Nintendo Entertainment System. There really isn't much to say about this game. Basically, you're Dr. Jekyll and you're walking to meet some lady at a wedding. The story seems like it would be a nice change of pace from the Mega Mans and the Marios of the world, but this game's story was the last thing on our minds when we started sucking at this game. It's not as though it was programmed to be difficult, it's just through the lack of proper controls, to put it very lightly, and very ugly enemy AI, that this game becomes nearly unplayable after a short amount of time. There's a kid with a slingshot, a guy with bombs, a cat who's strung out on meth, and a dog whose nose has been trained to bite Dr. Jekyll in the ass. Oh, and a bird that shits on you. All he's trying to do is go to some wedding or something. Everybody has a grudge against Dr. Jekyll. Of course, if Dr. Jekyll dies, then it's Mr. Hyde time. But don't get your gaming hopes up, though. Mr. Hyde is slightly less useless than Dr. Jekyll only because his Psycho Wave actually does something against some weird and really out-of-place enemies. Once Mr. Hyde dies, it's game over. No continues, no extra lives, nothing. The game restarts with the opening credits and really a stolen music theme from Rygar. To make a long story short, we really do hate this game. We can't even get past the second level with Dr. Jekyll. It's only difficult because your weapon doesn't work, there's too many people out to get you, you move too slow, and the levels are too long. It's terrible. But if you're looking for a game you can just sit at your television and bitch at all day, then this game is certainly the one for you. This was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for the Nintendo Entertainment System.